Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. If you have a yardscape of any scale, you know cultivation and weed control is a major thing, and it takes good tools to do it upright. Is it possible we found the best darn cultivator hoe on the planet? Stay tuned and find out. Well, as you're probably aware, there are several different kinds of cultivating and chopping hoes that are out in the market. Let's look at a few of them here, and then I'm going to tell you what we have found and why we highly recommend it. Well, you're probably very familiar with this type of hoe. You've seen it in garden centers, and you probably have one in your own garden shed. This is a general use hoe, and many times it's used for chopping, and it takes a fair amount of upper body strength to operate it. This is our least favorite, and it's only used when we actually need to really hit something hard or whack at something pretty hard, and we generally don't use it very often. The next one is what's known as a stirrup hoe. You have a sharpened piece of metal that is mounted to a holder that it wiggles back and forth on the forward and backward stroke. The idea being that weeds are sliced off below the surface of the soil slightly, and the top growth is chopped away. This is a wing type of slicing hoe, and as you can see, it looks like something out of a sci-fi show, but what this is meant to do is slide along the surface. You can also use the hook right here to get behind a weed to help pop it out. Here's our main complaint about this tool. It is so light that it doesn't have enough heft on its own to really assist you when you're really cutting through something of significant size. Well, as you guessed it, that takes us back to these two hoes right here. These are absolutely our go-to tools for cultivation. Now, we don't use these for ground breaking or chopping, but they are fantastic for cultivated soil, in between plants in the garden row, in actually out in the flower beds, and in light or chipped small gravel. It's a great tool. Well, these come in two different lengths. We like them so much, we added another one this year. This one is a 6-inch blade from here to here. This one is 4-inch. This one is known as the Heron, just like the bird, the Heron weeder. And this one is known as the honeybee weeder. Again, 6 inches, 4 inches. Well, let's put it to work, and I'm going to show you why it's become our go-to and why you should consider adding one of these to your toolbox or tool shed. Well, I'm going to just show you some right here. This is chipped gravel, and the deeper the gravel, the better weed control you have. Where we live, we have what's called binder weed, and this weed pops its way up through things. So we're going to go ahead and just show you the slicing here, right here. I'm going to go ahead and show you how this slices off. Just with a moderate amount of pressure, there's hardly any upper body strength, and I always work from right to left, or from your left to right, because the tip actually pre-cuts as it goes. So I can very quickly, let's go to full speed. I can just show you how quickly I can weed. Here, let's do a close-up right there. All of that weed is being cut down below surface very, very quickly. Doesn't take a lot of effort. How's that for speed? There's another place that this hoe really shines, and that's in the flower bed. So let's take a look at that. Here's another great example. Here we are in cultivated ground here in a flower bed. As you can see, grasses and all sorts of weeds grow in here. Well, in this case, instead of hacking away at it, you would just work up to it, get behind it with a hook, and then pop it out. It's very quick. Doesn't take a lot of muscle, and as you can see, we can very quickly cut in under weeds here and get them without a lot of soil disruption. I'm not having to go very deep. I'm just working right to left, and you can see how quickly we're able to pull these weeds out of here. So here we go, look at there. Great tool, isn't it? Another area the Heron Hoe really excels at is precise weeding. So as you see at the base of this euonymus plant here, there's grasses and a little bit of mallow plant that has grown in. Well, you can get very close and just pop the weeds out. Here, I'll take those while I'm at it. and get those out of there without damaging the plant. So this really works well. Well, I think you can see why we're such a big fan of the Heron Hoe. You know, tool quality like this doesn't come cheap, but the economics are excellent. Cost of ownership on a great tool like this that has plenty of heft, great steel in it, and it'll last many, many seasons is well worth the initial investment. You probably should plan on paying between $50 and $70 for this hoe, but part of that shipping cost is in that price, and you can really drive that down by sharing an order with other gardeners, because 20 or so bucks is just the carton that it comes in, and you can share that. You can get one of these great tools at Holdridge Enterprises. Visit the website below and you can look at their different products that are available. If you like this video and you found it to be helpful, why don't you like it? And better yet, why don't you subscribe to our channel? Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com.